The war in Ukraine continues. But what if I told you that, for Putin, Ukraine is just one piece in a much larger chess game? His next moves might not be where you expect. Get ready to uncover the hidden strategy that could redraw the world map and shake the global order. Beyond Ukraine, Putin's Eurasian empire. To understand what Russia is planning, we need to look beyond Ukraine's borders and at the concept of sphere of influence. Putin sees Ukraine as part of a larger goal, reasserting Russia as a great power and restoring its influence over what he considers its near abroad, the former Soviet republics. This vision isn't just about territorial annexation. It's about creating a security and influence belt that protects Russian borders and projects its power. He views NATO's eastward expansion as an existential threat and seeks one way or another to reverse this trend. Ukraine is the turning point, but not the end point. The Caucasus, controlling vital energy routes. Think about Georgia. In 2008, Russia already invaded and recognized the independence of two separatist regions, South Ossetia and Abkhazia. These regions are strategically important. Georgia is a vital corridor for transporting energy from the Caspian Sea to Europe, bypassing Russia. Gas and oil pipelines cross its territory. Controlling or destabilizing Georgia allows Russia to exert pressure on energy routes that could diminish European dependence on Russian gas. It's a strategic move to maintain control over the flow of energy and consequently geopolitical influence. Georgia remains under Russia's shadow, a constant reminder of what can happen to countries that get too close to the West. Central Asia, the great game board. Central Asia, with countries like Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, and Turkmenistan, is another key piece in Putin's puzzle. This region is rich in natural resources such as gas, oil, and uranium, and crucial for global trade. Kazakhstan in particular is a strategic ally. When massive protests erupted in the country in 2022, Putin swiftly dispatched troops from the Collective Security Treaty Organization, CSTO, led by Russia, to stabilize the situation. This intervention, while seemingly in support of the local government, reinforced Kazakhstan's reliance on Russia for its security and highlighted the CSTO's role as a Russian mini-NATO. Ensuring that Central Asia remains in Russia's orbit is fundamental for the Kremlin, especially to curb China's growing influence in the region and prevent these countries from aligning with the West. The Arctic, the new military and economic front. The Arctic is the next great geopolitical frontier. With the melting of the ice caps, new maritime routes, the Northern Sea Route, and vast reserves of natural resources, oil, gas, minerals are becoming accessible. Russia possesses the largest Arctic coastline in the world and views the region as a strategic priority. Putin has heavily invested in the militarization of the Arctic, building new military bases, radar stations, and modernizing its nuclear icebreaker fleet. The objective is twofold: to secure control over the Northern Sea Route, which offers a shorter and faster alternative for maritime transport between Europe and Asia, and to protect its vast reserves of energy and mineral resources. This race for the Arctic is a bet on the future, securing Russia an economic and military advantage in a region that will become increasingly vital for global trade and security. Challenging NATO unity and the world order, Putin's strategy goes beyond territorial gain or route control. It aims to challenge Western hegemony and NATO unity. By invading Ukraine and maintaining pressure on its borders, Putin forces NATO to expend resources, exposes its internal divisions, and attempts to demoralize its members. NATO's disunity, seen in debates over defense spending or responses to Russian aggression, is a fundamental objective for the Kremlin. If NATO cannot act cohesively, its credibility and deterrent power diminish, opening space for Russia to expand its influence. Furthermore, Putin seeks a new multipolar world order, where power is not concentrated solely in the US and its allies. He strengthens alliances with China and global South countries, seeking to create a counterbalance to the West. Ukraine is the epicenter of a battle for a geopolitical future where Russia plays a central role, challenging the established order since the end of the Cold War. Putin's actions in Ukraine are not an isolated event, but part of a long-term strategy to restore Russian power, control energy corridors, secure new frontiers in the Arctic, and redefine the global balance of power. Ukraine is the first step in a much larger plan. Understanding this is crucial to comprehending what lies ahead in world geopolitics. Which of Putin's moves worries you the most? Let me know in the comments.